Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are returning to Master of Command, where we've just been ambushed by this field army. I don't know where these guys came from, but they were coming towards us, and yeah, we're not going to take that. So, lots of enemy infantry, couple of artillery pieces. Let's fight that battle. These guys are not super experienced, but very soon the headquarters is going to come for us, and we are going to try to get that fortification to get another officer, which maybe is going to be useful. We don't know about that. But this is going to be useful at any rate, just to gain experience, get our bonuses rolling, and all of that. I'm not going to spend too much time this time around, because I think there is just a very good position over here, which we are just going to try to take right away, with attack columns moving up there. And I'm usually taking attack columns. Yes, the column would be much faster movement, but this is already faster movement and higher fire damage and received, and this would be very high, so I don't want to be killed by the artillery doing this. So yeah, that's basically right. Grenadiers, maybe we're going to give you a little bit of a more coherent approach this time around, where you're going to be on the right flank, and I think that would be lovely. Yeah, I like it. And the Jaegers, I think I'm going to do the thing where these two guys I'm going to keep in the rear. More towards the rear anyway. Let's keep them on the far left flank, I guess. You can be in this forest. And then these two guys I'm going to use in... Let's put them up here. That's fine. Artillery. Yeah, the Freikorps is racking up kills, which means that likewise you're going to be in the back here, not going to be doing too much, because this is us trying to get some experience for the guys who need it, not the guys who've basically reached their level. Right, you're gonna keep around here, and the dragoons again. We're gonna keep them a little to the left there. Yep. Oh, the rest of the artillery, right? Yeah, just keep them in the center. Not rocket science this time around, I think, at least. Let's have everyone run a little bit. I like them jogging. Yeah, they're got in their town. Not gonna engage them in the town, but I think a little bit out of that is gonna be alright. On limber. Stop. On limber. Yeah, there we go. Okay, they position themselves on this hill, which is interesting. Let's try to take out the artillery. Yeah, that would be much appreciated if you could take them out. I think they have an advantage with their 3 little artillery pieces here. Don't think they should be thinking that. Right, and our main guys, line formation. Gonna be able to do that, that's fine. Grenadiers, I think you're more or less fine. Freikorps Grenadiers, again you're gonna go a little bit to the back here, because I don't think you need the experience. We'll need 1 cavalry unit up here to counter theirs. Right, we did take a couple of shots at these guys. Oh, there are some Jaegers here. That's interesting to see. But come on. Kill the arty. Have earthworks? Oh, they do. Well, in that case, Maybe we should this artillery instead. They should be a little bit more easy to engage. Who's got the fast guys? You're the Geschwindigstück, right? Get up here. The rest can't fire on that. Who's being bombarded on our side? The lifeguards? That's okay. Okay, let's take these Jägers a bit further to the flank here. Like so. The Hussars move over there too. Interesting that they aren't attacking. Are they still trying to get in formation here? And by the way, I need the Cuirassiers. We're facing off against their cavalry. Our Grenadiers, I suppose, can try to capture this position then. Run. Veteran Musketeers. Yeah, I think you can get on this. You know what? We're gonna form a more coherent line. Like such. Okay, seems like they're advancing. But who knows? Such a weird thing. Okay. Their main battery here, that's further to the front. That's gonna be gone very soon. But they are still launching at our lifeguards here. Can I get you into a line that's a bit more stretched out? Don't have anyone over here right now. Okay, you know what? Run there. Might expose you to a bit too much fire here, but I think that should enable us to flank them a bit more. Okay, their main line is now advancing. You guys, let's try something, and let's give you canister shot. Okay, seems like we broke the artillery. Cuirassiers are holding back there. Lifeguard is doing their thing. Okay, that's alright. These are veteran musketeers. We're probably not going to be able to break them easily. Okay, but I do want to find out whether you guys can shoot. Don't go for the Jägers though. They're too thinly spread out. We are still reloading. I think I want to try to overwhelm them quickly. So that means load buckshot, load buckshot, load buckshot. Come on, shoot. Okay, you can't shoot because the infantry is in front of you. That does make a certain amount of sense. Can you shoot there, please? It seems you can. At least with a couple of your artillery pieces. That's okay. Right, stuff going on here. Yeah, but all in all pretty okay. Prussian life. Advance you. You guys are in a shooting match here. That's okay. You guys are very much in a shooting match there. That's okay too. You guys have reloaded. Okay, let's wait for them to fire. Yes, you've done that. Right, then you guys... Your job is going to be... Okay, you don't have grenades. Still, I'm going to put you in an attack column. I'm going to have you run up here. Shoot their faces. And by running I mean run. Go ahead. You have got buckshot. Why don't you guys all have grenades? I thought most of you had grenades. Okay. I'm gonna try this out a little bit better here. Haven't really done that so far. Everyone run. Oh, these guys are reloading scarily fast. Oh, this is not gonna be pretty. 1,000 men? 1,084. Okay, 40 men lost there. How fast are these guys reloading? 25 seconds? That does not feel like 25 seconds. Right, I mean they're braced, but... Okay, we are losing a lot of men doing this. How are things on the left? Seems like they're engaging us with their dragoons. Let's see whether we can counter that. These Fusiliers are scary, but if we move in here, I think we're going to be able to break them. No. Musketeers? Yes, that's fine. Yeah, that should all work out. You guys... Okay, you guys probably want to just switch back to round shot so that we cannot actually engage the enemy in some places. These guys all broke now, that's good. Where's our hussars? They are on the left there, right? Yeah, okay. Come on, get in. Look at them melting, by the way, even as they are attacking our Jaegers. You need to shoot these dragoons. You need to come up to the flank. You need to be right behind our Jaegers to back them up. Come on. Come on. And wham! Yes, good. Okay, let's go there. Fast. Where are you shooting? Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Who's actually left standing? Just the artillery piece over there. Which you are engaging, that's fine. And the cuirassiers. We need to keep an eye on the cuirassiers, please. No, you can actually go here. Shoot. Okay, move back. Fall back. We're going to be able to engage them. That's fine. You can come over here. A-okay. One unit in the back there, but that is withdrawing. Grenadiers are raking up some kills. That's what I like to see. Okay, just hold there for a second, please. Dragoons, do come back here. Hussars, do come back here. Jaegers, do not fire. Do not fire. Bam, 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 bam. Dragoons, you're fine. You can fire on these guys. And Dragoons should be firing on them. Taking a lot of casualties there. Much as I would have liked to see here with the cuirassiers, but I think with our clash, our Freikorps should be able to beat them handily, as they do. Then these guys can go back to shooting them. Fine, fantastic. And break. Good. And battle? Nice. Nice. Good. It was nice to get a chance to learn, get a little bit more of XP. Spending a lot of money here. Do have ample provisions, ample manpower, all of that pretty nice. Good lockpicks. And good treaty on charge at the cost of accuracy. Not sure I like that. The rest is fine. We do have the men, so I think we are gonna go with a veterancy bonus here. I mean, ammunition is tempting. You're pretty sure, I can be pretty sure that we are short on ammo. And money is always useful. So is veterancy. Ah, 233. That's not going to be enough, and we're going to fight the last battle soon. So I think this is the less risky option. Let's see how much ammo we're going to need for this to replenish this. We're at 1,500. Yeah, notice how well our units down there are being promoted. Even though we didn't take the promotion actually. Oh yeah, I think that was the right call there. Right. Okay, lovely. That means you guys, by the way, and just making sure, can be promoted. You are now proper grenadiers. Lovely, good stuff. Although without grenades. Right. That being said, I think you guys are the light blue. That's fine. Although your hand has color, let's quickly change that. It's more like. That I like. Okay, the red ones, the yellow ones, the blue ones, the black ones. I could work with that. Like another pink one. I think it's thematic to the time, right? So let's swiftly invert these. That's okay. I can kind of dig it. Anything that's vaguely not completely off in color. Might work. Tacky. These colors are too strong. Isn't there one that really screams grenadier? I mean, these ones are nice, but they're a bit too. No, I don't like. The red one just doesn't work. Skulls and bones? No, I don't think so. What do you guys think? Let's pick this one. And your color scheme is going to be light blue on the main uniform. You're gonna get the fabulous pink. No, I don't get. Normally I would give you pink trousers, but I'm not gonna do that. That'd be a bit too cruel. Right. Don't think anyone else here has gotten any promotion. Ooh, indeed. In fact, we have. And that means you guys are gonna be lifeguard now. Yes. Good. Good. I like that. That's fantastic. These guys in their black uniforms. With a super strong defensive posture and their extreme range. Love it. Love it. Good. Okay, let's briefly double check on what we've got over here. So primary weapons, nothing to write home about. Secondary weapons, no. Stuff. Stuff for artillery. Yeah, a bit, but not really. The shoes are nice. Especially maybe on these guys. We need to get into position a little bit faster. On the other hand, these guys are super slow because they are doing the ammo consumption thing. Give you shoes. That's fine. I don't think the rest is really that good for any of our units. I could make an argument of the T accuracy +2 and reload. But I think that's alright. Okay, cavalry. Anything specific for cavalry? Just the horses? This stuff? No. Okay, that does leave infantry. You guys could do with a little bit more accuracy. You guys all have a little bit too much, actually. Especially you. Reload +6. Reload +8. 126. 124. That's okay. Everything else is fine. You're doing the veterancy gain thing. That's okay too. Because it's also meaning less ammo consumption. And honestly, there's not much else that I could give you. Well, I said no. No, I can't give you that. I could give you this, but not going to be useful. The rest is fine here. You guys are all good. You guys are all good. The charge one. I like the fire damage received modifier. But in the end of the day, it's not that useful. I mean, I got the reload things here. TTT. Yeah, you all got that. Yeah, well, I think the reload things would be useful on you, wouldn't it? 21 seconds. You've got the money. 8 seconds. Even our main infantry, these guys are not even skirmishers, and they are so incredibly fast in how they shoot. Right, I guess the cover bonus can go for this. Because you guys are more the melee guys, right? I mean, the cover bonus, yeah, it does add up, and you guys all have cover, but still. Prussian Grenadiers, Prussian Grenadiers. Notice how they even overtook these guys in... By the way, your head is right. Yeah? I guess? It's a bit weird, but come on, guys. At the time, people thought bright colors would be fancy and terrifying. I'm gonna roll with it. You keep that, guys. You guys are okay, right? You've got the... I don't like your lapel here. It should maybe a bit more white. Maybe grey. I can do with grey. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Right, maybe we can switch that around slightly. Give you another veterancy bonus at the cost of that. You guys got coffee? Yeah, coffee's better for you. Then you get this. Oh, actually, the herbs. No, can't get that. Melee or melee received? No, I think melee received is the better one. I want to give you grenades at some point too. Morale and fire damage received. I mean, Bibles are actually pretty good. Especially the higher tier ones. That's all 200. You guys could do with another upgrade. You're veteran musketeers. Do you really need the spontoons? I guess I want to get you to lifeguard at some point. But still, we're going to switch that around. You can get this, and maybe for the movement speed bonus. You can get the movement speed bonus, I guess. Let's get a few much better movement speed and slightly better movement speed. I think that would be okay. Oh, speaking of that, actually, you don't get the Bibles. Then you can gain experience somewhat faster. That would be lovely. Because you're a little bit behind on the curve. Everyone else seems to be doing fine. Don't think we need any of this stuff. Well, the casualties would be nice. Everyone has been upgraded up to 200, except our best units, actually. Okay, let's give you that and choose. What can you get? I think all of this would replace stuff that you've got already. Except for this, but I don't want to reduce your accuracy. Certainly don't want to give you that. Stamina, not that important for you. Yeah, no, I think the rest here is a bit of garbage. Don't need any of that. Canister rounds to get you as a backup. I don't think that's required, is it? I think it's fine. Right, let's see whether we can get to the fort. Very soon the enemy is going to attack us, just in 6 days. And what we can do is exchange 1,400 men for a level 4 officer. Who might be really good or really bad. Can also start a siege. Got a lot of equipment here for sieging. But I think we'll want the officer. Looks like a cavalry guy. Command radius and fire damage received. Morale damage received. Flanking fire, melee damage, artillery reload speed. You are not very useful. I mean, especially the flanking fire damage. I mean, that could be useful on artillery. Morale damage is completely irrelevant. Command radius tends to be nice, right? But on the other hand, accuracy, combat effectiveness, artillery range, reload speed, and range. No, my friend. You're not very good. We just spent 1,400 men for you. Okay, these guys don't have a lot of... Let's do a force march here and quickly get into Lauenburg. Because even though they have less stuff, they still have some. And some stuff is good. Unyielding, morale damage received. Cavalry charge, plus 15%. That's interesting. Grenade throw, melee, combat effectiveness. You are very good at melee, 20%. You could be an excellent cavalry officer. Flanking fire damage, morale, stamina, reloads. No, that's not it. Field musicians. Staff surgeon. Morale and melee damage. Reload and max range. I think that's very interesting. Cover bonus is interesting. Quartermaster. Ooh, good stuff here. Very much good stuff here. Yeah, I think some of that stuff I'm gonna buy. Town square. Good beer. Excellent beer, actually. That could be interesting. Powder house. Ammo consumption. More of these things. Just slightly upgrades. Basically upgrades to stuff that we have. Some grenades. Gunsmith. Excellent heavy sockets. Good Charleville muskets. Okay, the muskets are not good. Foundries. Ooh, what's that? A Brummer. Shot damage, 45 seconds? It's a weird gun, isn't it? How does that compare to the Liechtenstein? Lower range, lower accuracy, slightly more firepower. Just not good. No, I don't love it. Could of course get a Liechtenstein. Second one, stable. Oh yeah, I think some excellent horses here. That is something to consider. So I think that is what I'm gonna do off screen, potentially. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that for the rest of this episode. It's gonna take like 6 more minutes or something. And that's the most that I'm gonna do. And then we're gonna face off against the enemy headquarters next time. So the rest of this episode is just gonna be min-maxing and me going through this in a little bit more detail. So feel free to jump off to the next episode if you would like. Right, so let's briefly switch out all of the horses here and check on whether the horses here are any better and how much the upgrade actually costs. Right, so the Frisian horses, melee damage 12, That's a 90 pound or 90 thaler difference. We are gonna do that. Then we've got the Hanoverians. Since we're not going to do with the second Dragoon element, I think that's fine. Accuracy, yeah. Straight out upgrade. Then these guys, they're not an upgrade. So I don't think I'm going to take these. Fine. Okay, that's just the horses, right? So that's an easy choice. Just need to find who got which horse. Regions. Hanoverians. You keep the Hungarian. That makes a lot of sense. Good. Rest of the horses we can actually sell off, and you know what? Since we're at the stable here, why not? Makes sense. This stuff we can sell too. Just get it out of the way, just making sure that we stay under the 800. Because that would just be wasted. You can't get more than they have. Right, what else? So, our swords, we've got a 1612 over here. I think that might be slightly better than some of the stuff that we have. Yeah, basically better than all of the stuff that we have. 1212. Okay, we're going to exchange the 1212 for the 1010 on the Dragoons. It is a Dragoon sword after all. And then the Dragoon sword. The Dragoon sword. Actually had one that was better. Right, we are gonna exchange that for, even though it's just good and not excellent, for the Basket Hill broadsword. Just gonna set us back a little bit, but we can then give that to these guys who've still got slightly lower stuff than them. That's fine. You're gonna get the Hussar Sabers. Excellent. Fantastic. Good. Let's actually go to primary weapons. That's fine. I think we can sell the worn muskets at this point and the Boston muskets. We're here, why not sell them to them? Likewise, this stuff, we are for sure not going to keep that. What's this? Good swords. Oh, I sell them. Okay, must be different ones. Anything else? 12, 8. No, I think the rest is fine. Did I just see? Oh, you guys still have the worn bayonet. I thought I had switched you around a long time ago. Okay, nevertheless, 12, 18. No, I think the rest of the swords is fine. Got light saddles here, stamina and movement speed, and heavy saddles, 6 melee damage. Yeah, I think we can switch that around too. Heavy saddles against good heavy saddles. That's us back 70, but really we do really have the money. So let's make sure that we are getting good stuff for our guys. I just really like that. Good. Sell the breastplate. Yeah, and other than that, I think we're really done in the stables. Right. Gunsmith, I think we looked at that. We could potentially give good guns to a couple of you guys, like you. Do we have 10 accuracy? 12. I think 24. No, sorry, these are just proper muskets. I think that's fine. Just the heavy bayonets might be interesting. And you know what? Since I just saw that one of our guys has the crappy stuff, I think that's basically a little bit better. Okay, this is just a bit better, so yeah, we'll take that. That should be better. Yes, so we're going to take that. Can we switch that around? Yeah. 2 more points against -4. But you are better at charging, so let's do it. This is slightly better for longer term melee. What you got, you're gonna get that. Potentially I should switch that around so that these guys do actually get the better ones than the line infantry, because they're so much more likely to be charged in their faces, but I think that's alright. Good. I think the rest, we could do an 8-8, but really is that much of an upgrade? You know what, let's do it. Doesn't break the bank. And you know what? You're gonna get that now. Right, okay. Rest is done in the gunsmith department. Let's look at the quartermaster. They've got good stuff. Firstly, we can sell more stuff. Now we can really sell this. We're never really using the cheese. We're never using this stuff. Not using the breastplate. Not going to use the spirits. We're selling too much now. Fine. And then what are we going to use? I think this stuff here is definitively something that I would like to use for my artillery. I think some of these things. Reload 10, cover bonus plus 40. That is good. Let's start with this. And let's look at the artillery. Specifically, the guys here with the canister shots. First of all, you guys. With a 9.2 reload time. You have now 8.7 reload time. That's so much faster than even muskets were fired and you're firing your howitzer on that. That's like a mortar team, basically. Almost. Right, down to 20 seconds for you. You could be using that. You are using this, in fact. So, yeah, let's just switch that around. Maybe I could have used the earthworks there. But that's fine. Good. Are we using... We're using good 40% plus cover on you guys. We are using plus 15 cover on you. I think it would generally be somewhat better to double down on that. I know we are starting to bleed a bit of cash, but I still think it's fine. We can still sell so much stuff. Like, for example, the sword. The charge, really, this stuff. Let's sell all of that. Are we going to take the... I mean, we can sure sell this one if we are going to buy that one. Because I do believe that at least some of you guys, for example you, have that. That's a small benefit. Okay, I like it. Finally get rid of this. Okay, now we don't have that much stuff anymore, but this we can sell. I believe we are using gun picks, and I believe we are using iron ramrods. We are sure using iron ramrods, 2 of them actually. So we're gonna exchange these quite quickly for the much better version. .3 seconds on our main line units. That's fantastic. And I do think we're using these kind of gun lock thingies. Yeah. So we're going to buy that too. We're not going to use the canteens, even though stamina is nice. The movement speed is nice too, so I'm going to buy that too. The rest we're not going to use. Then let's look at who is using this kind of gun. You are using that, but you are... No, you know what? That's actually fantastic, because that's going to push us over that limit. That's nice. You guys are all using that. Is anyone using the basic version of that now? Doesn't seem like it. Could be used on the Dragoons here. Get them to fire a little bit faster. I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. Ah. Yeah, but I like it. 8.6 seconds, that's good. Are we using the kind of champions here? Doesn't seem like it. I think maybe on some of these grenadiers. Yeah, but you've got the excellent version, you've got the excellent... You've got... This is a nice trade. Okay, we can sell this stuff. Are we using the goose? Yeah, but I think using them over here might be slightly better. Movement speed +6. Movement speed +6 and more stamina. I think more stamina is useful on the guys that do get stuck up in the actual battles. More shoes for you. Fantastic. Good. Good stuff on the quartermaster. Staff college. Casualties restored. I don't think we're using that anymore. 25% on the... an excellent regimental staff engineer. We have one. Although I'm tempted to build another one of these super long range guys. But for now that's okay. Morale and movement speed, not really required. Casualty restored. Useful, but ultimately not that critical. Melee damage plus 10. Morale plus 10, melee damage plus 4. Yeah, we've got that. Okay, so nothing here really required. Well, I say that. Reload plus 10 and max range. Okay, you know what? That is almost certainly going to be something super nice. Reload plus 10. Reload plus 10. Nice. Reload plus 8. Got pretty good max range. Accuracy and cover bonus. I'm tempted to give that to one of these guys. 5.5 seconds on artillery. This is funny. This is really funny. Okay, I think that was good. That was it for the staff college. Barracks, we're not going to deal with. Gunsmith, we have dealt with. Powder house, then. Yeah, I mean, this stuff is great. I guess this stuff is great too. So let's buy these two things because we for sure do have some people over here that are going to benefit from this kind of thing. And what do we have here? So 70, 50, 60, 50. Okay, that's interesting. What's that on the Dragoons here? 35, 23. That's an interesting setup. 45. Yeah, so that's just slightly better, right? Good. Can sell this stuff. Yeah, I think that's okay. Do we pick the other excellent canister rounds and do we pick the excellent cartridge boxes? Are you guys... Oh, no, you don't all have excellent ones, right? You're actually reducing your movement speed, but you've got a 45 modifier. Yeah, I think that's better still. But you guys only have a normal one. So it does in fact make sense to purchase this. And you know what? Let's purchase that too. This is definitely better than that. 55 instead of 45. That's a huge difference. It's not just 10 percentage points, right? Then you guys get the excellent one. No, you have that already. You guys get the excellent ones. Guess I could give you the minus 45% ones. Also a little bit of speed. Yeah, that's fine. That's straight up better. You guys don't have any, although you're shooting relatively fast. That's okay. I think we can sell this stuff. This here, this is slightly better than I think the stuff that we have. Yeah, just slightly. But at this point, I'm going to spend most of my money to get better things. And in fact, you don't have any, so yeah, that was a good purchase. Yeah, the rest, I think, this difference has become so marginal that I think that's fine. That does leave us with the foundry. I don't think we need that. We've got pretty excellent guns all around. 6-pound howitzer. Connie, I didn't really know. Go for a 10-pound howitzer. 10 pound. But the reload speed just becomes so large that I don't think I want that. I think that one is fine to be a fast firing gun. So yeah, this video is taking long. Wait, just the beer? Yeah, I think the beer. You know what? Let's end on the beer. We're gonna exchange good beer for excellent beer. For not even more morale, but just more charge bonus. So it probably just gives you less of a headache. So that being said, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye bye.